Variables. We use this terminology very frequently when we talk about researches. Now, variable means something that varies. If you take your blood sugar, that is a variable. The blood sugar level after the breakfast is some number, and after the lunch it's some number. After doing some exercise, it's some other different number. So your blood sugar goes up and down when you have some other different influences of the food you consume, or maybe the exercise you do, or maybe the stress you have. So your blood sugar is a variable, and the food you consume is also varying here. The food you consume in the morning, in the lunch, in the afternoon, in the night, that goes up and down. The exercise you do, that goes up and down. The stress level that you have, that goes up and down as well. So your blood sugar is a variable. The food you consume, the exercise you do, the stress that you have, these are all variables because they all vary. Further, we will be using these words dependent variable and independent variables. When you take this blood sugar is a variable, fine, because it goes up and down, but it is depending on the food you consume, the stress level that you have, the exercise you do or you don't do. So blood sugar is a dependent variable on those factors, whereas stress level, the food and the exercise is not depending on the blood sugar. So we call these independent variables. Let's have one more example to understand what variables are. You take a company, if that company is experiencing customer complaints, revenue decline, customer switching, these are all symptoms. So you can figure out exactly the problem is the productivity. When I say problem is the productivity, that is what we call the dependent variable. And this dependent variable is depending on certain factors. Work environment go up and down. The productivity may go up and down. Leadership of your company, when that goes better, your productivity may get better. And if that leadership goes down, and the productivity may go down as well. The rewards, that is again, when you pay more, the productivity may go up, and if the reward is getting less, or if that is not compensating, the productivity may go low as well. So productivity is the dependent variable, and the work environment, leadership, and the rewards are the independent variables. Did you notice I'm using the word dependent variable singular, independent variables plural? The reason is because when you do a research, you always study one dependent variable, one problem, but you may have multiple independent variables that influence that. You never study multiple problems or multiple dependent variables. If you have multiple problems, you have to do multiple researches. If you do all of those studies together in one study, it will be a big complex.